Hey everybody, just want to give a quick update on the orchard. I'm out here using up some old fertilizer, getting some good pictures of some bees. We have a ton of bees in the orchard right now. As you can see in the background, we've got quite a bit of buckwheat that is still in bloom. It's a very long bloom and I'm quite pleased with it. It's got native bees, little teeny ones, it's got honeybees, bumblebees, lots and lots of little native bees in the buckwheat. And then this beautiful flower here is called borage. And borage is definitely the bumbler's favorite. And there's a bunch of native honeybees in there too. I'll see if I can get closer to this guy. Look at him, so happy. So yeah, just really out enjoying out here today. You can probably see that little honeybee over there working in the borage too. Yep, there he is. There's one over here. All these borage plants have got at least 3, 4, 5 bees. So hopefully what this means is that we'll have our native honeybees and native pollinating bees in abundance, and as we grow the orchard they'll make it their home. We won't have to necessarily have hives. They'll just be here. And really, like, you look around the landscape right now and there's just not much in bloom other than right here in this beautiful patch of orchard we've got. So we've got the wildflower mix that's just coming in. You can see the poppies down there. And other than that, this buckwheat's been going for quite some time now. Almost a month we've had since the first bloom started. And you can kind of see there's a little bit more dark color maybe on some of these. Let me pull up close here. So like right in there, if you can see that, there's some darker coloration and some kerneling. Those are the seeds. Ooh, let's get this guy here. See that little guy moving? That's one of the little bitty native bees. So yeah, cloudy day out here, using up some old fertilizer that had been left by previous folks. So I'm not really buying more fertilizer except maybe for my sea berries. And specifically, I think that they may be, you can kind of see on this one here, they may be a little in need. Specifically, they are a nitrogen fixer, but they may be in need of some magnesium or potassium. So I might pick up some NPK mix that's heavy on the P and the K. So, but other than that, I'm just using up what we have left from Bonnie from our previous place, and going from there. The upper rolls are coming along nicely for their mulch. In this lower area, I'm just letting the buckwheat go to seed, reseed itself. The mix favored the buckwheat quite heavily, and that's probably more a reflection of how frequently we water than anything else, to be honest. But you can see in some of the patches where the buckwheat has fallen over, or where I've pulled some of the relative of chamomile. That's what this guy right here is. I believe it's a relative of chamomile. There's a fair bit of clover coming up underneath in the base area, which is perfect. There are some grasses of a couple of varieties, which is what we wanted. So you can see there's a bigger, broader leaf one here. There's another little honeybee. So we're looking forward to seeing what this looks like next year. I think in the thicker areas it's going to definitely look pretty nice. We do have some of the clover even starting to bloom. So here's a red clover right down here. You can see him. So crimson. So yeah, so that's what we got going on today. Just wanted to do a little quick update and share what we've been doing. So here's just a quick circle panorama of the orchard. A little noisy out here, kind of peak time of day for traffic just starting. That's got to be a big truck slowing. You might not be able to see them down there, but the animals are down in that lower paddock. Paddock number 6, I think I labeled that one. And the goats were actually in here for maybe an hour, maybe a half an hour at most, I'm pretty sure. The other day they managed to break through, push through the electric fence. I'll give it a minute. They managed to push through the electric fence because the old electric fence charger that I rewired and scavenged when we moved in here from previous owner was non-functional. It just stopped working for reasons unknown to me, at least. But it is back on now, and I've done a bunch of string trimming today to get the wire, like the grass underneath the wires, under control. So we're back up to a good charge. And it'll be a while before I rotate them back into that paddock anyway. So, but yeah, they nipped up a couple of younger trees. One of them is fine, and I would have probably snipped the lower branches anyway. Another one looks like it's coming back pretty good. Kind of over here is where they munched, and there's one right down there that did not really like what happened to it. Sorry, right over there. They ate off pretty much all the leaves, and the buds don't appear to be putting out any further buds, so it probably used a lot of its root energy to put out what it had done. There's two leaves that look like they're coming in, so I'm hoping that with some babying and some love, it will come through. It's a apple I was really looking forward to, one of the earliest season, a yellow transparent. So we'll see. Pears on the big tree, both the big trees, the pears are coming in. We'll see whether the upper row, there's one of them right there, that tree is the lower pear. That's an ubeline, and we'll see how that one tastes, hopefully in just a couple weeks here. So that should be 2 weeks out, based on the theoretical organization, and best I could tell from chatting with people and online is when it should come due. And then down yonder, right there, that is, I believe that's the Methley plum. So that one looks like it's about ready too, maybe another week or two tops. So it should be pretty close. And then the pear that's up here, right there, that one is a little bit more struggling, a little bit more sickly. The leaves, I think, are maybe on that one a little more delicate in spring Oregon weather. We'll see how it does. But and also it may be out of place as far as how ripe the pears are, because they're almost as far along as the pears down here. So we'll just have to see which way that goes. But I'm not going to move or anything if it is out of place. We'll just live with it and deal with it, and then chalk that up to trying to do your research online and chatting with people. And everybody's climate's different. Everybody's plants behave differently within their zone and their climate. And maybe for them that was accurate. And maybe they wrote down the wrong description. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'll get some more pictures out here the next couple of days, and the wildflowers should really take off. We've got a nice thick row of them through here, and then there's some down here. Those 2 rows we planted in wildflower mix and made sure it got sprinkled, and the rest of the rows we really didn't get it in time. So yeah, we'll see on the next video. I might do a little bit of looking at how the water system is going. Stay tuned for some more on that. All right, thank you guys, and if you enjoy the videos, if you enjoy the pictures, make sure to like the page, subscribe if you feel like doing so, and share anybody you know who might enjoy that sort of thing. All right, next time.